The following episode of the Maui Chamber of Commerce's Business Matters was originally broadcast on September 9th, 2025.
Welcome to Business Matters, brought to you by the Maui Chamber of Commerce. And now here's your host, the president of the Maui Chamber of Commerce, Pam Tumpop. Good morning, Pam.
Hey, good morning, Gary. It's a beautiful day in Maui.
Yes, it is. We escaped another one.
We escaped another one.
Chico's passing by. I was hoping for a little more rain, though. I'm hoping for rain.
You and everybody I know, things are getting dry again. So we would really love that, but we'll see.
Yeah, I was prepared for the storm. I had a case of Spam and 3 cases of beer.
Love that.
Yay.
Well, we were getting ready to charge the generator, and we were prepared too. We had water and food and everything ready, but that's good. That means we're prepared for anything that comes next.
Yes, I'll always be prepared. We always have, ongoing at our house. So, don't take it for granted, because it's not if, it's when a storm will hit.
That's very true, right? And very, very true. And again, we're up country and across Maui. I know it's a time where we need to remind people, clear your lots, create those setbacks on your land, because things are getting overgrown again and dry. So we want to make sure we take care of that too. Yeah, very good point. Well, always great to be with you Tuesday mornings, and I so appreciate all that you do to produce this show for us. You are a treasure, and we are very thankful for you.
Thank you. I don't know how to live up to those words now.
What do you mean? You already do. And have, for everybody who knows you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, welcome everybody. Today we are going to actually talk about a lot of chamber programs this morning, to share some of the things going on, because there are a lot of things coming up this month and over the next several months. I wanted to let you know about that. And we're also going to hear from Leana Taylor. She is the director of Philanthropy for Maui Health Foundation, and she is going to share a program called Kukua for a Cause with us. So we're very excited to hear from Leana and hear more about that. But I wanted to start with one of the biggest events for business owners, and it's something we absolutely love doing every year. It's called the Mayor Small Business Award. And this honors outstanding businesses in a variety of categories that I'll share with you. It's coming up September 18th. Now, tickets are going fast for this event. So it is an event that, yes, honors amazing small businesses and honors the people who nominated them, because it takes people nominating them for them to get recognized. You can't nominate yourself, but others can nominate you. Even your own employees can nominate a business that they're very proud of. So it's coming up September 18th, and it's going to be at the King Kamehameha golf course, the Monroe Ballroom that's so beautiful. And we are so excited about the 2025 Mayor Small Business Award. This year, the Chamber and the County of Maui Office of Economic Development and Southwest Airlines are sponsoring this event. And we're very thrilled to always have the partnership with the county and for Southwest to just deeply appreciate this event. They came last year. They just were blown away by all of the amazing people that they got to meet. It's a great networking event, and tickets are still available for that night. So if you want to come and honor Maui's finest small businesses, and I'll tell you about the different categories because it also includes nonprofits, you can just head to our website at mauichamber.com. But we try and make this a little bit like the Academy Awards for small businesses. It's a chance to shine a spotlight on these amazing small businesses, young entrepreneurs, nonprofits, lifetime achievers, from the heart of our, and these are the people who are giving so much to their employees and supporting our local economy. So it's going to be, again, at the King Kamehameha Golf Club, the Waikaku Ballroom. It kicks off at 5:30 p.m. You get to enjoy dinner. You get to have, there's about Hana time in advance, connect with community leaders, meet some of these wonderful business owners, managers, their partners, and just get to honor these incredible nominees. So I want to tell you a little bit about who is being recognized. Now, we recognize all the nominees, and we do fun things for them. We create a poster from their award application with their picture to highlight what makes them so special. So when you arrive that night, you get to read all about the different nominees. And we have different categories. So the first one is Exceptional Small Business of the Year with 10 or fewer employees. And those nominees this year are Balai Pata, Joey and Juvie Macadamne, Fam Hawaii, Dayton and Zorian Galansinau. Then we have Goddess Glow Skincare, which is Jasmine Hogan, IVS School of Cosmetology and Massage, Luanda Davis. We have Precision House LLC, Lauren Zahn. We have RIA Money Services, Grace Sales. The next category is Exceptional Small Business of the Year, 11 to 39 employees. So we have Emua Physical Therapy, Tiffany Pragnell. We have Kai Dental, which is Jesse Hollander. We have Crank Cycles LLC, Timothy Reicher, and the Snorkel Store, Daniel Sykes, Lisa Judd, and Jeremy Steinman. Then our next category is Small Business of the Year, 40 to 100 employees. And the nominees are Dudois Landscapes, LLC, Sheldon and Maylene Dudois, and Elko Electric, which is Frederick Steinneck. Then we have the Outstanding Nonprofit Business category, and that's Hospice Maui, Lahaina Sunrise Rotary, Roots School, and What Makes You Feel Beautiful. Then for the Young Business of the Person of the Year, which honors leaders under the age of 40, we have, and under the age of 40 on the night of the event, we have Che Fausto, Advanced Wildlife Education, Brandon Fernandez, Brandon's Auto Body, LLC, Emery Wooten, Gypsy Juice, Tyler Olson, Maui Ohana, LLC, Corey Lejano, Mauliola Pharmacy. Then we have Michael Kochi, Patsy's Food Maui, and we have William Schulter, which is Synergy Mechanical. And then for the final award of the night, which is a very prestigious award, it's the Lifetime Achievement Award, honoring companies in business for more than 20 years. And so these amazing companies have been nominated this year: Central Systems Hawaii, Mark Miller; Hawaii Commercial Foods, Inc., Joyce Harris; Mahalo Tours and Transportation, Charles K. Aloha; Sabato Art Gallery, Philip and Christine Sabato; and Structural Concrete Bonding and Restoration, Tom Boomer. So I'm hoping as you're hearing me share these amazing nominees, you're thinking about companies that you wish you had nominated this year, because everybody knows amazing businesses in our community. And these are all small businesses, and you can see at different levels, as well as nonprofits and Lifetime Achievement Awards. So everybody knows an amazing small business. So if you're near a pen and paper, or you're sitting in a space where you can type some notes on your phone, now's the time, because this will be coming up again next year. It's an event always held in the fall, and it's really a great event. But it's also a great event for people in the community to come, to network, to meet these small businesses, and just to share their business with others. And of course, as we hear what inspires them, or how they overcame challenges, or how they built an amazing team, how they grew to get to this level and excel and succeed and embrace the Aloha spirit within their operations, we get so much information and inspiration from them. So it's a lovely night. So again, it is an awards dinner. Tickets are on sale now. Space is limited, though, because we are filling up the room. So if you're interested, just go to mauichamber.com, and you'll find information about this. And we just also want to say a big mahalo to our platinum sponsors, Southwest Airlines, our gold sponsor, First Hawaiian Bank, and our bronze sponsor, Synergy Mechanical. We truly appreciate their strong support. Again, September 18th, it starts at 5:30. It's a great night, and just head over to mauichamber.com. Another thing that we do absolutely every year is our annual labor law seminar. So if you are a business owner, a business manager managing the team, or an HR professional, you understand how important it is to keep up with employment law, because that's a full-time job in and of itself. Every year at the legislature, there are tweaks to our employment laws, and businesses need to keep up with these laws, because when they don't keep up with these laws, that's where you can have things happen that can cause conflict within your operation. It can be hard to manage some of the team if the rules and guidelines are unclear, or if somebody does something illegal. It can lead to very extensive costs, and many businesses have seen extensive lawsuits when things haven't gone right, and sometimes even when things did go right, but a lawsuit was filed against them anyway. So, this landscape is constantly changing, and it's really important to stay current, to protect your business, and to do what's right by your employees, and to make sure your employees understand the rules so they can abide by them and know, why these laws are in place. And, there's a lot of laws in place to protect the employees, and so we need them to understand them as well. And to do that, you have to have trained people. So we are hosting this annual labor law seminar. It's coming up this Friday, September 12th. There are still a few spaces available. It will be at the Maui Beach Hotel from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon. And again, you can find tickets at mauichamber.com. But this is where you get really important information from the legal experts in labor law, from the attorneys at the firm Torkelson Katz in Honolulu. They are partners that we work with as we're testifying on issues. They're very up to speed on labor law situations, and they will be our presenters covering the critical updates in both Hawaii and federal law that are important for you to know. So there's a lot of things coming up. Now, one of the big things that's coming up that will be addressed, and many employers are very worried about this, but they really don't know their rights or their employees' rights and how to navigate it. And that is risks with what's happening with federal agents coming in and looking at undocumented people who are here in Hawaii and working here in Hawaii. So we're going to be covering some of that. Okay, another big thing that's been happening, and so people need to know what their rights are for how to protect their employees. Their employees need to understand what kind of protections the business can afford, what kind of protections the business can afford, as we, understand that we now have an ICE agent specifically for Maui now that has been hired. And so this is an issue that we are seeing, more of. We've heard some stories already of businesses who have been visited. And many of the businesses at the time they were visited didn't really know, how to address the situation and how to protect their employees. So it's important for everybody to know that. We're also, we also have heard with the Trump administration that DEI is dead. So how do we navigate Title VII in the new area? Discussion on diversity, equity, inclusion, given Trump's executive orders related to DEI, and a discussion on the four main areas of exposure, which can be contract claims, discrimination claims, retaliation claims, and whistleblower claims. So to help businesses and their employees understand that. Also, paying the price, managing wage and hour risk before they cost you. So understanding the wage and hour laws and discussion of how to limit exposure, back your wages, look at understanding some of the legal and monetary penalties that can be imposed, and how to conduct an audit to make sure that your pay practices comply with overtime obligations. And sometimes overtime is very confusing. So that's something that we help businesses work through and make sure that their regulations and how they're complying with that law is up to date. Then we have the hiring game, rules, risks, and recruitment, how to do it right, how to find employees, how to recruit employees, how to retain employees. So look at your hiring packages. Also make sure that you are posting jobs correctly and onboarding people correctly so that, you're doing things according to the law. With a short discussion, again, on circling back on that with what's happening with ICE agents and what to do when they arrive in the workplace. And then a systemized analysis of discipline, discharge, and the interactive process, right? Your goal is always to retain your employees. But sometimes employees just don't work out for a variety of reasons. And so it's a discussion on best practices for managing your workforce and how do you address personnel problems and how to do it the right way and do it early on to hopefully get compliance and have an employee that works out, and how to avoid situations that could be problematic, and also to help if your employee is not working out, how to smooth that transition for them from one employment stage to another, and maybe even moving on to a different place. So this is not just a series of lectures that you're going to hear from all the attorneys. They have, by the way, it's actually a really fun day. These attorneys bring in a lot of humor, but also they tell a lot of stories that help us really understand. And again, from actual cases that went to court or actual situations that they were involved in to helping companies move forward to do things the right way. So you learn a lot. But in addition to that, it's a really fun day. So your registration includes a continental breakfast and a lunch. You have a chance to network with not only HR professionals and industry leaders, but you get both a digital version of the annual labor law book, which is like the Bible for writing your business employee manual. And also you get a physical copy of it. It's called the Chamber Desk Manual, which is invaluable. The book alone sells for $150. But it helps you reduce risk, avoid liability, and protect your organization. But you also get to, over lunch, get to ask questions of the lawyers. And so, when you're doing that networking session, you get to do that. And then at the end of the session, there is also a live Q&A session. So you get your specific questions answered there as well. And for many companies, again, we all know what lawyers cost, and it's very expensive per hour. So it's a great way to bring your burning questions to this event and get some great help at a very reasonable price, along with how to set things up better and evaluate your current practices and employee manual. So it's a powerful opportunity to strengthen your workforce compliance as well and avoid risk. So to find out more, you can visit mauichamber.com. And so if you're in a leadership role in this business, if you're an owner or a manager, believe me, it's time well spent. For chamber members and SHRM members, that's for Society of Human Resource Managers members, the tickets are $425, and for non-members, they're $525. It's an important day. And then we do have a couple promotional tables available. If somebody wants to attend the event, which at the promotional table, they get to attend the event as well. It's just $450 for them to also come in and promote their business. So if you're interested in that, please reach out. It's going to be this Friday, September 12th. So we need decisions quick because it is filling up. But another great thing for businesses and a great way, especially for somebody who's new in starting their business, who maybe is just starting to work on an employee manual, really time well spent. Then chambers of commerce are always known for their Pauhana events, and ours is called Business After Hours. And so on September 24th from 5 to 7 p.m., we're going to have our Business After Hours hosted by Venture Physical Therapy and Westpac Wealth Partners. It's a night of fun opportunities to network with fellow chamber members and businesses. We often have different community leaders who join us as well. And it will be at Venture Physical Therapy, which is at 310 Ohukai Road, Suite 317 in Kihei. So it's a great night. Register now. Now, for members, you can register now. It's just $20. Invited guests by members. So if you're a non-member, but you're invited by a member to attend, it's $30. We do allow non-members to come twice to get to check out the chamber, to see what our pauhanas are like. But after that, it's really a benefit of membership. So after people have visited us twice, then to continue to come and to get the discounted rate, you would become a member of the Maui Chamber of Commerce. But we encourage people, find the chamber members, tell them you want to join them, ask if you can be their invited guest, and you can register online as an invited guest, and that's at mauichamber.com/events. So you'll also find information about our other events there as well. And then we are really excited to supporting the work of BIA, the Building Industry Association of Hawaii, has a pre-apprenticeship construction training program called PACT, P-A-C-T. It is a comprehensive hands-on workforce development program designed for individuals with little, no, little or no prior experience in construction. So it's meant to get people ready to work in the construction industry. This full-time training program produces participants to the essential skills, tools, and knowledge needed to begin a career in the building industry. PACT focuses on both technical and interpersonal development skills to prepare students for success on the job site and beyond. So now they've got different areas that they are teaching under this program. So they've got job site safety and certification. That includes OSHA 30, construction safety, adult first aid, CPR, and AED, and optional certificates in lead renovation, repair and painting, and OSHA disaster site worker safety. They also have green building fundamentals, where they're going to explore sustainable construction practices aligned with today's environmental standards. Then there's technical trade skills, where people can gain hands-on exposure to carpentry, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, masonry, weatherization, and landscaping. They also have construction math and blueprint reading, how to strengthen your math skills and have learned how to read blueprint plans accurately to make sure that the construction is done just right. We don't want to be, a few inches off. We want to make sure it all aligns. Then they've got career readiness and professionalism, where you can build confidence in the workforce. So you're going to gain communication skills, teamwork, financial literacy, and job-seeking strategies. And then real-world experience, where you participate in guided hard hat tours and an active construction site and hear directly from professionals in the field. The training is organized into weekly modules that build progressively. So week 1 is that introduction to construction, OSHA, first aid, CPR, and craft math. Week 2 is blueprint reading, green building, paint and building construction technology, and craft math. Week 3 is carpentry, masonry, basic principles of construction, site tours, and craft math. And then week 4, electrical and plumbing, job readiness, financial and business literacy, and craft math. You'll see craft math is really important in all of this. Week 5, HVAC, weatherization, landscaping, review, and craft math. So also optional certifications include LEED RRP and OSHA 15-hour disaster site worker training, as available. So they've got those. And other certifications you can earn as you move forward are U.S. Department of Labor Credential, HBI Pre-Apprenticeship Construction Training Certificate, Fundamentals of Green Building from BIA Hawaii, OSHA 30, which we just mentioned, that construction safety and health, and Adult First Aid, CPR, and AED from American Red Cross certification. And then a further optional is that LEED RRP and OSHA disaster worksite certification. So this is a great way for people wanting to explore the industry to find out, is this for me? Do I really want to do this? Or for people who are really interested in the industry, and this is a great way to get started. Again, graduates would be prepared for entry-level positions in a wide range of construction-related fields, including carpentry, plumbing, electrical, and equipment operations. The program also serves as an entry toward long-term career advancement in areas such as site supervision, engineering, or architecture. So for more information, and please write this down, go to biahawaii.org. That's biahawaii.org. You'll find more information there about these classes that are coming to Maui, and we are super excited. We also are excited about an annual event that CIM, our Construction Industry of Maui, does. It is their annual Christmas party. So make plans to join in for CIM's annual Christmas party. That's Saturday, December 6th, as they celebrate the close of another amazing year with the Construction Industry of Maui. This year, they'll be celebrating at the Wailea Beach Resort Ballroom, and they will be introducing their 2026 advisory board and hold an annual live auction where 100% of the proceeds are donated to the Bob Paulson Scholarship Fund. And that is a scholarship fund that has provided funds for giving scholarships for those in the trades, as well as those who are seeking to go to college and get, degrees in the construction field. It's really an amazing night, and they look forward to celebrating with everyone this year. Last year's party sold out early, so you want to make sure that if you are interested in this event, you mark the date on your calendar and consider joining them before the end of the year. They've got amazing VIP sponsors this year, sponsorship opportunities this year, and people have already signed up. So you can be also a sponsor, and you can go to eventbrite.com is where their information is held, and it's the 2025 CIM Holiday Party. So that is a very exciting event and fun thing we do. And then, of course, if you've been paying attention, and we hope you're starting to see the news, but the 12th annual Made in Maui County Festival is coming up. And this year we have 145 vendors and food trucks. It is going to be a great event again this year at the Maui Arts and Cultural Center, where it's always held. It's always held on the first Friday and Saturday in November, where those two dates are back to back. And so we are so thrilled to be doing it again this year. And every year it's building. Every year we're getting more applications. In the first early years, sometimes people would apply and we'd have to extend the deadlines for the applications because we didn't have enough to fill the show, but more people just needed more time. Now people understand, okay, if they want to be in the show, they need to get those applications in early. And so this year we have a waiting list. Sometimes people have to drop out for different reasons, even though they've been approved. They sometimes have, things going on in their life or much needed travel or something happening with their family. So we do have even a waiting list within all of those people who applied that were approved. It's a juried show. So every year we have a team of business experts picking the best of the best in the different categories, which range from jewelry to clothing to things for keiki to home decor, of course, food. We've got a lot of food to sample, beverages, just so much more, all truly locally made with 51% value added in Hawaii. And, it's tough. I mean, watching these judges have to pick from the best of the best. And so every year, it's people sometimes who've been in before might not be in this year because somebody new has come in or was deemed to have something new or different. It's a tough it's tough to judge. These judges have to make really tough calls to work on this juried show. And just even if you've been in 1 year, sometimes you might not be in the next year. Sometimes people who've been in 1 year, because we also have a wholesale buyer show, which is part of helping these companies sell broader and grow and expand. Sometimes people will meet so many buyers and get orders on a scale that they're not able to come to the show the following year because they're really working the following year to keep up with the demand of the new buyers that they've met and expand their sales. And then a couple of years, they'll apply again when they're ready again. So it's always a dynamic, but there's always new, amazing businesses to see and explore. On Friday afternoon, there are exclusive tickets. So if you want to avoid the crowds, we have ticket sales through the Maui Arts and Cultural Center. So Friday's tickets are going to be $30 to come in for those who want to avoid the big crowds. But that's also the day that we have our wholesale buyers and distributors. And sometimes people get confused because they'll say, well, I'm a buyer. But what they mean is I'm a shopper. And yes, they may be buying a lot of things for friends and family and supporting our businesses, which we absolutely love. But by wholesale buyers, we mean those who either for their store or buyers for many stores or big corporate stores like Costco and Walmart and Target and so on. Those are the wholesale buyers who are putting in big orders to help take these companies to the next level and are interested in carrying their products. And not all buyers carry all products. People often some of the buyers come for very specific things, whether it's bath and body, whether it's home decor or candles or jewelry, or you never know what their line is or what they're interested in. Some buy just for boutiques. Again, some buy for very diverse stores or ABC stores, and they're going to carry a wide range of things. And the food products are phenomenal. We always have exciting food vendors there and samples and great way to connect with the makers. And what people love in this event is it's busy, but it's not so busy that you don't have a chance to get to know and talk story with the makers. And that's what people really cherish, to learn about these small businesses that they're supporting and buying from, and to hear their stories and to try and see and touch and smell and taste all of the amazing goodness that you can find there. It's a phenomenal day to spend at the festival on Friday, but also Saturday is our big festival day. That's the day where we bring in between 8,000 to 10,000 people. And so on average about 8,000 people, but it's some years have been really big and we've gotten as high as 10. And people love to come to the event. And one of the other things they do is they love to line up early on Saturday, because the first 2,000 in the door get a free festival tote. And people love to collect these totes. And every year they're a different color. We have 5 colors in our logo, so every year there's a different theme. This year's theme is purple, and it's they just love to come in early, get the festival tote, and just have a great day of shopping. And then what we find is last year we had a number of people from the mainland now starting to come in, buyers from the mainland, and we had several from Japan that came in. And they're also used to the big show in August and Made in Hawaii on Oahu, and they love that show. But the interaction they could have with our small companies on Maui is tremendous. And people will say, gosh, can we put more companies in? We maximize every space at the MAC for this event. We take every available space to help as many companies as possible. And there's always room every year. We also make sure that there's room for new companies coming in so that new businesses have an opportunity to participate, and we can find new vendors. So you're going to find your favorites. You're going to find some amazing new vendors, and they're not going to be in the same place because that wouldn't be fair either. So we actually, every year people get moved around a little bit because we need to give people chances in different spots and make it as fair and equitable as we can, while making sure that their needs are met. If they need power, we need to make sure that they, have access to power for refrigeration or other needs. But it's a fun day. So it starts at 1 p.m. on Friday for those who want to buy exclusive tickets, or if you are a wholesale buyer, then please register under a wholesale buyer. We do look for your credentials there to make sure you're registered. And for the wholesale buyers, the event is free. For those who want to come in on Friday afternoon and have a more leisurely shopping experience, also sometimes people bring new product lunches, and sometimes those new things sell out early on Friday because they, are starting something new and maybe don't have the same quantity. So that's another great advantage to coming on Friday. But Saturday is the day that we're most known for. We also have entertainment that day with local musicians. So it's fun. People line up. They get the free totes that day if they're within the first 2,000 that come through the gate. And they just have a great time. Many more food trucks on Saturday. And just a fun time. You're going to absolutely love it. If you've never been, you definitely want to come and try it out this year. And, well, every year, really. I mean, people just rave about it. We have people who come in from neighbor islands. And one of the amazing things that has happened is that we have volunteers from the mainland who love to volunteer with us now. And people will make some of their trips around the festival event because, as a volunteer, you also get the festival T-shirt. And we have a phenomenal coordinator who handles that, Maya Owai, who is working with us to help support the vendors as well as to engage and support the volunteers. And we have over 100 volunteers who come out to make this event happen. And, they always say it takes a village, and it certainly does. And we have a wonderful village and community who loves to volunteer. They too they love their tote and they love their T-shirts, and we deeply appreciate their help. And some of them have been very loyal and come back to support us year after year. But also, too, there's always room for new people who want to come in. So if you are interested in that, reach out to our site, the madeinmauicountyfestival.com, madeinmauicountyfestival.com, and you can volunteer and you can learn more about this year's event. And just phenomenal things are happening. We will continue to be promoting it, over the next several months so that everybody knows. Hawaiian Airlines is our premier sponsor. So it is titled the this year 2025 Hawaiian Airlines Made in Maui County Festival. You will find businesses from all three of our islands in our county, so Maui, Molokai, and Lanai. And you're just going to find amazing treasures. We took 7 companies this year. We had a pilot program with the Department of Business, Economic Development, and Tourism. Many of our to the Made in Hawaii Festival. Many other of our vendors also go, but this year we could take small incubator companies. That was a requirement, so we couldn't take in anybody who already had participated and had bought a booth in the past to the Made in Hawaii Festival. But the exposure that they got at Made in Hawaii was tremendous. But, they all said, that was great, and they did very well. But they also said the experience at Made in Maui County's Festival is very different, and they do very well. And even though we don't bring in 70 to 80,000 people, quite frankly, we don't have that space on Maui to do that. The sales and the excitement and the support for our local manufacturers is off the charts at the Made in Maui County Festival. And people just find so many treasures. And don't forget, it's in November. So this year it's a little later than because of the Friday-Saturday combo every year. So it's November 7th and 8th. And tickets are going to be on sale shortly. I don't even think they're up yet, but coming soon. But I can tell you the pricing. It's $7 for Saturday and $30 for the exclusive shopping day on Friday. But it's going to be a great event. And we've even seen times where it rains and people are standing out in the rain with their umbrellas ready to come in. And we just always have a great blessing and kick off Saturday's event just in a wonderful way. But we hope you'll join us. I guarantee you're going to find treasures, and you can get great shopping gifts in time for the Christmas holiday. So get there early, buy all the amazing goodies for your friends and families, your coworkers, your phenomenal support people. It's a wonderful day, and you'll have a fantastic experience. So we hope you'll join us for that as well. And in addition to that, there's also things that we're doing on trying to educate the public and on issues that are near and dear to our hearts. And right now is housing. And affordable housing is crucial. And we have been working on housing long before I joined the Chamber, but we have been working on affordable and attainable housing for decades, but definitely in the nearly 2 decades that I've been with the Chamber. It is a critical issue for our community, and we need affordable and attainable. And the way things are going, it's just getting harder. In fact, it's getting nearly impossible for young people to be able to afford a home these days. And part of that's our interest rate. I mean, there's many conditions that go into what drives housing prices, and a lot of them are constantly changing, like interest rates, but also building materials, and of course now tariffs and other things that are adding to that, and supply chain issues and things that we saw that hampered things during COVID. But also a lot of it is policy. And we have so many people who are desperately in need of housing. And I think one of the things about being with the Chamber so long is that you recognize how decisions made over time can escalate and impact. And, I was told 16 to 18 years ago, which is about, that was during a period that I was at the Chamber, there was more housing built. And then we started putting lots of conditions on housing and changing laws about housing and changing how developers could build in housing. And so recently, and Paul talked about this on our show, that, there was a period of time where we were building 24 houses a year for every 1,000 residents. And then we dropped down to 5 over the last 16 or 18 years on average. So, between 4 or 6, but on average about 5 per year, which is a tremendous loss. And we're not keeping up with the needs of our residents. And the other thing is there's a lot of discussions about what is affordable and what does it take to get in what's considered affordable by HUD standards, which is the housing standards of the federal government, which don't apply to conditions very well in Hawaii, right? We have a higher cost of living here. More of our income is going to housing than in other states. There's a lot of things when everything is shipped in that raises costs that are higher than other states. There's so many different factors. But what I want to encourage people to do is I really want to encourage you, even if you're looking at a rental, because we're looking at solutions where people feel so boxed in, and we hear it. I mean, we've been fighting this on behalf of our community and the workers in our businesses who are struggling to stay here and to afford homes and to have the kind of life where they want to stay in Maui. This is not new to us, and we hear the frustration and we hear the cries, but we also have to look at who controls the building of housing, because we've got people willing to build, and we have to look at the inputs to housing, like land and infrastructure and how that's all rising on top of many other things. And it's not new to us, and it's not unique to us, sadly. Not that we want to be in this condition, but it's happening all across the nation now in housing. And I saw a presentation that the Building Industry Association put on about a week and a half ago, just showing that if we don't start changing the ways we look at housing and start building more housing, then the prices are just going to continue to escalate, go up, and make it unattainable for future generations. And they walk through an hour-long presentation from macro to micro level conditions that are going to hamper us. So we really are working hard, and what we want to encourage people to do, and if you got to see one of the housing committee meetings under Chair Kama, she brought together a panel of experts. And if you're interested in housing and needing to learn how to save for housing and putting together a plan, one of the first steps, there's many who can help and there's classes we can direct you to, but the first step is going and meeting with a mortgage broker and learning about the conditions on how to pre-qualify for housing. It's free. It's absolutely free. And there they can teach you all the things you need to do they're not going to give you the class, but they're going to show you what an average rental is, what an average housing price is, how much you need to be able to make a month to be able to afford what level of home or rental, and to understand that and to look appropriately for things that fit your lifestyle. And if it doesn't fit what you want now, if you're not ready for a house now, maybe you have to look at a rental. It gets you started on the plan. It gets you started understanding what the gap is and how to move forward. So I really want to encourage everybody. This is the time. We did a projection saying that, and it's wrong. The projection's wrong. And I made sure the projection was wrong on purpose just to get people starting to think about this. But we knew by 2024, the median home price would be over $1 million. And it was. And it was higher than what we projected because we used a very low number just to get people thinking about it. But by 2042, you're talking multi-generations in families that are going to be needing housing. And then we're talking about over $2 million. And it's going to be higher than that because it's going to be wrong. And again, so we need people thinking about this. We need people planning for housing. Maybe we need to go back to doing what was done when I first moved to Hawaii in the 80s, which was early 80s, which was hooing up and people joining together within their families or friend groups or, investing in land and dividing up properties and hooing up so that they have that security. But we definitely need to get more housing built, and we definitely need to address this crisis. So I encourage you to do that. It's of course, housing and our economic recovery are two of the top other priorities that are with us every day. So we hope you can join us for these events. We hope you will join in the discussion on our economic recovery and especially on housing. And if you're looking for housing or even apartments, meet with a mortgage broker, understand your options, understand your level of affordability on both of those levels, and then reach out and let us know, and we can help connect. And many groups will help connect you with training programs to help you find out how to learn more and get prepared. Okay, so with that, I'd like to have Leana Taylor is going to be joining us. She is the Director of Philanthropy at Maui Health Foundation. In this role, which she has held for the past year, she supports her team in securing funds through various initiatives that benefit Maui Health. She was born at Maui Memorial Hospital and raised in South Maui. I love that. And Leana's work is significant as it directly serves the community she calls home. And she's going to share a program with us that we are so excited to learn about, because I don't know anything about this program. So I'm dying to hear all about it. And the name of the program is Kukua for a Cause. So I'm excited to welcome her. Leana, good morning. How are you this morning?
Good morning. I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's our great pleasure. I can't wait to hear about Kukua for a Cause. Can you tell? I understand it's an annual campaign and it's starting in October. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, thank you. So Kukua for a Cause is our annual campaign that we run every October, and we'll run it throughout the year as long as people want to give. But it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so we use this month to help raise awareness of breast cancer, early detection, and ensuring that every woman on Maui and Lanai has an access to life-saving screenings regardless of their insurance status. So what we do is we raise funds for Maui and Lanai women to receive breast cancer screenings who are uninsured or underinsured. And since 2005, we have helped over 1,600 women here in Maui get screened and providing over $476,000 in financial support. So it is important to note that all of these donations for Kukua for a Cause stay on Maui. They help our mothers, our daughters, our sisters, our friends, ourselves, anybody that we know that needs early detection and screenings. And we know that there are so many wonderful charities to choose from when deciding where to donate money to. We're just thrilled to announce that we have extended this initiative, another year and throughout the fall. And we hope people will consider Kukua for a Cause, knowing that the funds stay right here on our island for our own people.
Absolutely.
I also just want to note, that a donation of $200 provides a mammogram for a woman in need. So I like to think, one woman or one man who can donate $200 will save a life. And that kind of puts in a perspective. And we know some people can't afford that. So, every bit helps, $10, $20, however much you can afford. But you can learn more when you visit our website at mauihealth.org/Kukua. And that's where you can also donate and learn more about these vital screenings and care for our women.
I absolutely love that. And I know, this has been a tough year. There's been a lot of needs, but I also know that you've been partnering with different businesses to help support this.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, we know some people, and you just talked about, housing and other economical constraints on our residents. So we understand that some people aren't in a position to give directly, but if you want to support our local businesses who are partnering with us, we put on our website, at that same website I mentioned, a shop and dine list, and that includes many local retailers and restaurants that are donating a portion of their sales to Kokua throughout the fall, really. I mean, mainly October, but some are extending it into the end of the year as well.
Are you accepting new businesses who might hear this and want to support?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We are. So please, feel free to contact me at 808-242-2632. You can also go through our website or our social media, and our social media handle is Maui Health Foundation. You can drop me a DM through social media. We've actually been, taking a three-prong approach to solicit our vendors. So a lot of them are coming through social media, which is great. Others are in-person meetings or through past vendor, virtual meetings. And so there's a few, just to mention, who are supporting us here in the fall. One is the Merriman Restaurant group. So we've got Monkey Pod, Ulu Kitchen, and Merriman's, and that's both locations of Monkey Pod. And they're donating $5 for every Loki Lenny Spritz cocktail. And it's fun because it's a pink drink. So as you may know, pink is the breast cancer color.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you're going to have a drink, have a Loki Lenny Spritz at one of those locations and support Kokua. Another vendor or business that's partnering with us is the Honolulu Cookie Company. All Maui locations, all Maui boxes, 100% of their proceeds are going back to Maui Health Foundation and Kokua for a Cause. So if you like cookies, please buy and consider partnering so that these women will benefit. And then another, third option would be Mama's Fish House. They're a big supporter of ours, and $5 for every Ho'okipa Sunset cocktail sold during October will go back to Maui Health Foundation. So just some examples, but we'll have multiple vendors, so check it out. Like I said, if you're going to spend anyway, spend with the vendors that are supporting Kokua for a Cause.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been great to have you on the show and to learn about the cause. It is really
Mahalo nui loa.
Mahalo nui loa.
Time. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You have a beautiful day. And everybody, I hope you learned a lot, and I hope you'll join us at many of these upcoming events. And please support Kokua for a Cause. Breast cancer touches so many people. And, of course, we want you to make sure that you get a screening and also do your self-exams at home because early detection is critical. Thank you all for joining us. We hope you'll join us again next Tuesday. Blessings and a hui ho.